Hey ladies, and welcome back to Lady with Vestina. Let's talk. So today I'm actually going to do a call to action for all the moms and dads and even caregivers, anyone who's raising a child. God reminded me to tell you or share with you what my mother did for me. Now, both of my parents have passed on, and to me, it was too early, but God knew better and God knows best. So what my mom, and the reason why this is so significant for this is because the impact that it has on my life now that I really didn't understand back then. So just to let you understand, it's like my mom passed at a very early age of 46. And one of the things that she left my brother and I is individual letters. But what was interesting is that she wrote at least mine, because I don't know what my brother's letters were because that was private for them, because she wrote it specifically to each one of us. But it was a letter she wrote to us, or wrote to me. She passed in 95, actually December 31st, 1995. But she wrote the letter in 87, which was very odd to me, but nonetheless, she wrote the letter and I received it after her passing. And so, what I wanted to share with you guys is that that is one of the most precious gifts that my mother left me. Because at that time, I was a young girl. When she passed away, I was 26 years old. And what people don't understand is that the thing that I miss most about my mom is what I didn't have with her. Because you reach a certain period in your life that she's always mom, but then there's, I think, a pivot that happens that she becomes your friend and you learn who she is as a woman. But at that time or whatever, I was just, I'm a young adult, um, really didn't, know to have those kind of discussions with my mom. But what was amazing is that she was wise beyond her years, that she left this letter. So now it's in my treasured place. It's in the place where I keep my most precious things, that I pull it out every now and again, because now I get to read her words to me, what she thought about me that was specific to me, not to me and my family, not to me and my brothers, but specifically to me. Those are words she spoke to me. And that is the most precious thing, because I can somehow, even after all these years, still hear her voice in her words. I could see, I knew her love, but there is something special about being able to read a letter in her handwriting that was specific to me, that when she sat down, she had me in mind and what she wanted me to know. And so those are some of the things that she shared, with those things that I was too young to appreciate growing up, but those are things that she had the wherewithal and the thought that God placed in her heart, that these are things I want my daughter to know as she grow, as she becomes a woman. She kind of has an insight into her mother as a woman. And so what I challenge you and I encourage moms, dads, if they're listening to this, or men who are raising kids, whoever, pass that on. If you have children, at some point, because you don't know the day nor the hour when God is going to call you home, because that is one thing that is a truism in life that we will pass on. So if you have children, just sit down one day, jot down your thoughts, maybe things that you've learned, maybe you're one of those ones that never said, I love you. You showed it in the way, but there's something about that spoken word and that written word coming from your parents or the person that raised you, saying, I love you, you are mine. There's something so comforting. And at the age that I am now, every now and then it's comforting. I just steal away. I sit in my special place and I pull out and I read those letters, and it brings comfort to me. So I really and strongly encourage you guys to really sit down, moms, dads, caregivers, write down your thoughts, because we get so busy with life we forget to do these things. And when you pass on, it is a priceless gift that you can give to your children. And you know what? God just reminded me. I told him, I said, God, it just, every time I have a relationship with someone, on my job or whatever, I always share that story because it has meant so much to me. Because who knew that my mom would be taken so early? But what she left me, not only my memories, but also I can pick up a piece of paper in her handwriting that she specifically wrote to me, certain lessons in life that at the time I probably couldn't appreciate it. But now I was like, okay, Mom, I hear you. So that's my thought for today. And my inspirational quote, it kind of goes along the lines about parents. And like I said, my father was also, has passed on, God called him home. And but I had amazing parents. Amazing parents. I can't say that enough. So my thought for today is, and it says, and I added the part to my parents. Thank you for telling me fairy tales. But guys, I got this thing. See what happens when you're trying to, we have visual issues, y'all. Oh my goodness. Bear with me. Okay. Let's see if I can actually open this up. Here it says, thank you for telling me fairy tales, but also for teaching me how to face the battle I need to win in real life. That is amazing. That's what we are. Parents, moms, dad. One of the things that I can tell you, and also I actually worked in youth development, you are your children's first teacher. And so I can't thank my parents enough for what they taught me. Yes, they told me about the fun things in life, but what carries me and sustains me, first of all, they introduced me to Christ. And then also gave me lessons about what I would face to help me do battle in this real life. Because as you guys know, this life can be cruel. So, anyway, ladies, let your light shine and come back to see me with Lady to Lady with Vestina. And please share this video with someone, because if you don't share any other video that I do, please share this, because I really do encourage parents and caregivers to leave that written word, those thoughts, especially if you don't communicate that. Some people have a hard time expressing it. Write it down and leave it for your child, so as they get older, they can pull that out as a reminder, those little tidbits. Because like I said, I can only speak for me, but it has been priceless. So please share this video, and also please consider subscribing to this channel. So have a great day. Bye, ladies.